We have made it to Thursday, everyone. One more day, and you've made it to the weekend. Welcome into News 10 Plus. How are you doing?
I'm good. I forgot it was Thursday, and I just got really excited, so thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome. And actually, this morning, we ran into each other in the little break room, and you were like, it is so nice out.
It's so nice out. I'm in a great mood, and even if it's, Thursday, and we still got one more day to go, it's so beautiful outside. I've got nothing to complain about. And I've got nothing to complain about our Studio 10 show today because it's a good one. So you're going to want to watch it. You're going to want to hang out with us at 3 p.m. today because not only are we talking about some fun things, but we're previewing Winterfest, which I know it doesn't really feel like winter out there, but believe it or not, it still is winter.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to talk with Winterfest about all the fun activities they have and really like the community-centered activities because, we do get kind of cabin fever this time of year, even if it is nice. So it's really good to get out into the community, and Winterfest is the place to do it. So we're going to be previewing that. And then we're also previewing, speaking of spring and flowers, well, I guess Valentine's Day too, but we are going to be talking to the Front Porch JXN, or the Front Porch Jackson. It is a flower shop downtown Jackson. Not only is the owner a businesswoman who's also a wedding photographer, but she just had her fifth baby. Baby.
You've got your hands full.
Yes, literally full. She takes
props to you.
Yes, and she takes she grows all of her own flowers besides in the winter. So from spring all the way through fall, all of her flowers are locally grown Michigan native flowers.
I feel like I need to do more now. She's doing it all.
She's doing it all. Yeah, no,
I 5 kids.
I couldn't complain. And she also was really impressive. She did the interview while holding newborn baby, so it was super impressive.
She's just go, go, go. It doesn't stop. Those children are going to follow in those footsteps. Man,
I know. Baby did fantastic too. He was camera ready. So we've got that, and then we're also going to be previewing some of our touchdown dances, which I know that
I forgot we did that.
You did do that this morning. Doesn't that feel like crazy? That was
That was this morning.
So if you want to see Taylor bust a move, you got to watch at 3 p.m.
Please don't judge.
Oh no, please do judge. I saw it. You were getting down.
You have to get into it. It's a touchdown dance. You go from the couch and you get all anxious, or figuring out how the play is gonna go, and then you just spring up and you just bust a move, whatever that move may be.
Yeah, and when you're if you think about it, the adrenaline from getting a touchdown, you can't really be held responsible for the dance moves that you do because it's just so much adrenaline. You don't really know what's going to happen. Right. So, and then we've got, speaking of things that are funny, we are previewing and talking about Funny Girl, which is at the Wharton Center. Nicole and Rochelle actually went to go see it, and they have so much to say. So, a really funny show today.
Yeah, I like how you tied in that funny part right there. Yes.
Because I am a funny gal, of course.
Gal. Go check that out. Again, look for more on Studio 10, but that sounds like a lot of fun today.
It is. We will see you there.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Claudia. Of course, you can stay up to date with Studio 10 on all of their social media pages, and here you go. At WILX Studio 10 is all you have to do. So just go make sure that you search that up right now. I always like to go to their YouTube page, and then you can see a full list. It just goes on and on of all of their videos that they post every single day after their shows. They are so good about getting that up there. So just make sure to go check that out. Again, just talking about all the fun with Funny Girl, and then also all the other many things that Claudia was talking about. With the Super Bowl coming up Sunday, I know many people across mid-Michigan feeling a little bummed about it, especially with the Lions. That's all I will say. I know we don't want to talk about it anymore, but those Super Bowl dances, touchdown dances, we want to see that. So if you have any, feel free to send it in. Again, I'll put up Studio 10 social media page right there. So you'll be seeing all of our funny dances for touchdowns, and we want to see yours. So there you go. Of course, you can always participate in their different little, what are they called? Oh, they're little questions. So you can get interactive with them on their show as well. So make sure to go check that out. Real quick here. I do want to show what we have looking outside right now. So taking a look over the state capitol, and then a live look over downtown Jackson right now. I'm just kind of showing you the weather that we're getting. Again, Claudia says, talking about Lansing Winterfest on Studio 10 today, but it is not feeling like winter whatsoever. It's feeling like April out there. And so our meteorologist is very busy getting ready And so Darren was here earlier this morning, News 10 today at 11, while we were talking about the warmth. I have to bring it up here. It was quite funny. So Darren was over here pointing out actually a kite. Someone was flying a kite earlier this morning. He couldn't find it till later, but it was quite funny. They were at a Dado, Riverfront Park flying that kite, and apparently it is National Fly a Kite Day. So great day to get outdoors. Again, live look over downtown Jackson. But you can always go to WILX.com, click on weather, and let me pull it up for you real quick so you know where to find that. And here we go. If you click on First Alert Weather, you're able to find a lot more information from our meteorologists. Just click on Read More. You can see the almanac information as well. Keep scrolling down. You'll see hourly, 3-day, 10-day, even your weekend forecast. And then keep scrolling. You'll also see satellite and radar. So go ahead, check that out for your latest forecast updates. Also, you can download the First Alert Weather app for free off of Google Play and the Apple App Store. And you get your hour by hour, your radar, satellite. You can also get traffic alert updates on there as well. Super helpful. So again, just go check it out. Download it if you don't have it already. And just a great tool to have. Again, you can customize it to get the notifications in your area specifically, so your phone's not blowing up all the time. And again, you could do the follow me feature as well. So even if you're not staying in the mid-Michigan area, maybe you're traveling somewhere over the weekend because it'll be nice outside, you can look ahead to what the weather will look like in that area. So, First Alert Weather app, make sure to go download it, but other than that, go enjoy the outdoors today. Before I show what we have coming up on First at 4 and our 90 minutes of news, we have Riley Connell standing right next to me here.
Hello.
Hi, Riley.
Hello.
I like your necklace.
Oh, thank you. I got it at an antique store. So.
She always does. The best thrifting antique shopper I know, the best stylist person. Look
Jewelry,
at you.
you can find some cool jewelry at the antique store. If anybody's looking for recommendations, get out there and find a funky necklace to wear.
The thing is, I need someone like you to help me style it together.
Brings
That's
me
the
lots
problem.
of joy. I have like hawk eyes when I go into antique stores or thrift stores. I can't help it. It's my ultimate joy to not pay a full retail price for something.
Yeah,
So.
people like saving money. I don't blame you. There you go.
Exactly. Well,
Unique stuff too.
Exactly, yes. Well, you mentioned traveling, which is right on the nose of what I'm working on today, which is we're talking about the roads, the Michigan roads, which seems to be that reoccurring conversation. We just had News 10's Jordan Burrell talking about potholes last night and the city of Jackson trying to catch up on their pothole repairs.
Yeah.
But today we're talking about roads statewide. So some people might remember in 2019, the state of Michigan set some bonds to free up some funds for road repairs across the state. Well, that money is starting to run out. So over the next 2 years, funds available from that bond are going to start trickling out because of some of these major road projects that we have going on too.
They're hard to miss. There's a lot of construction going on.
Absolutely. You've probably seen the orange barrels out already, and not just state projects, but city projects too. There's a lot of construction popping up. But that bond has opened up $700 million for the next 2 years. So we've already used a lot of that funding. There's $700 million left. So when I spoke with some of the folks from the Michigan Infrastructure and Transportation Association and some folks from the Michigan Department of Transportation, two separate groups overseeing very similar things, kind of working in tandem, but talking to those folks on the phone. We have these big projects going on right now, the 496 project. Yeah. We also have a project on 127 that's going on right now as well. Those are a part of that bond funding. So those projects are happening now, but over the next 2 years when that funding runs out, what do we do about the repairs that come after, the big projects that come after? So we're kind of exploring that idea of how do we make up for the difference when those bonds are over, and what are some of the creative ways that they're trying to find new ways to get funding in for roads.
Okay,
So it's it's definitely a big talker. I think it's rare to find somebody in Michigan who doesn't have an opinion about the roads or an opinion about our potholes, our many, many potholes that we have across the state.
We got some things happening back there. Oh, thank you. But yeah, so I know a lot of people talking about the potholes. In fact, I had someone sitting in my car who was visiting to Michigan, and I have one of those like little hula girls on the dashboard.
Oh, yeah.
And they noticed that she just would not stop dancing because of all the potholes on the roads. And so a lot of people I know get frustrated, even if
Surely.
you're traveling somewhere else. One of the first things people are like, wow, there's no potholes in this state. And
Exactly.
Yes,
There's
so-
a lot of tired dashboard hula girls in Michigan.
They just
They're
want to
they're
relax.
just exhausted.
They're so tired.
That's right.
But
And
yes.
the other piece of this too is the governor's proposed budget for 2025. It was put out yesterday that she's proposing $1 billion in funding for Michigan roads in 2025. But what a lot of people maybe don't know is that $700 million of that is the current bond money.
Yeah.
So that's really an additional $300 million. So if you see that $1 billion number floating around out there on our website and others, note that $300 million is the additional to this current bond that we have. So some of the folks that I talk to in transportation departments say, 300 million, it might seem like such a huge number. It's really not enough to catch up on the projects that need to be done and to prepare for the road repairs that are going to come into the future. So they've done numerous studies talking about,
The breakdown of that money.
yeah, and what it really takes to keep up the roads in Michigan. And the number that they threw out to me was more than $3 billion.
Ooh.
So yeah, somewhere in that ballpark of about $3.5 billion, or maybe a little bit less.
Yeah.
So it's really a follow the money kind of story.
It is.
But it affects all of us when we're driving on the roads every day, and wanting those roads to be safe for us to drive, easy for us to drive. So
Well, like
we're
you said, it's
gonna
a big
break it all
talker.
down. Yeah, definitely. I think the one thing that we can all talk about, strike up conversation about, is the roads. So
Well, one interesting thing, and I remember doing a similar story back in the day, and I asked, you have all this money, how does it go away so fast? Like, I know things cost a lot, but what is that breakdown? And she was saying something along the lines of, or the person I was talking to, the expert, for every mile on a major roadway where it's not just the road, you're replacing the pipes with it, the sidewalks, and even the sewer drains along.
bridge repairs
Exactly.
too. Yeah.
For 1 mile, $1 million.
Yeah.
That's 1 mile.
Yeah.
So you talk about all the potholes across Michigan, all the construction roads and highways that Riley was talking about. That is a lot.
It is a lot, and with each mile that we travel, we're racking up a cost too. But transportation is huge for our state. We are definitely a driving state, and not just for people locally here in Lansing, but people who vacation and travel far distances, people who commute for work. So it really affects us all. So we're going to be talking a little bit about, what are the next steps for those transportation departments and trying to find some funding to fill in the gaps. And you can catch that on News 10 at 6 later this evening. So
Sounds good. Well, thank you, Riley.
Yeah, of course.
We'll share what else we have coming up today, starting with first at 4 and then our 90 minutes of news. So, starting with first at 4, you've heard me talk about it multiple times here. In fact, I'll bring it up in just a little bit. Talking about our You're Not Alone mental health series here on News 10. So, again, here on News 10 all year long, we are airing stories each month from our mental health series. And talking with different community members, mental health professionals on the treatment, prevention, and also the symptoms to look out for when it comes to your mental health, whether that's anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, even stress. I know stress, there's a statistic I heard that stress causes 90% of illnesses. So, if you are feeling that stress, it's very hard to, get your mind into a more well-balanced state. So being able to hear from community members on their mental health journey and knowing that you're not alone, that there are other people who have gone through maybe not the exact same experience, but somewhat similar, where you're able to share with them your experience can really help you know that you're not alone and that there are other people out there too who are going through this. So again, You're Not Alone mental health series, and I'll pull that up in just a little bit so you know more of that. But what we're more specifically talking about today on Mid-Michigan Matters when it comes to our You're Not Alone mental health series is talking about minority mental health. So we'll touch more on minority mental health, those statistics, why minorities are more at risk when it comes to mental health challenges, and also, again, talking about the treatment and prevention that goes into all of that. So that, again, is what we have coming up today, first at 4 on Mid-Michigan Matters. And then coming up on News 10 at 5 today, the Natural Resources Commission met today to discuss bear population trends, so the Antler Point Restriction Survey and several land transactions. We were at the meeting and we'll be bringing you the very latest again on News 10 at 5. Coming up News 10 at 5:30, Owen Ozust introduces us to a wrestler on the team at Lansing Sexton who is flipping the script. If you're interested, like I am, learn more coming up News 10 at 5:30. News 10 at 6, multiple people are suffering injuries after a trailer tipped over and dumped soybeans on US 127 north of St. John's. So we'll have what the state police are saying about that accident, excuse me.
County Sheriff's busy right now, pretty much.
Yes, they are very, very busy. And so I will go to this now. Oh, and I have to take this down. Sorry. This is why it's live. We're bringing you live news right now. So this is a live look at a fire structure in Victor Township. Structure fire, thank you, in Victor Township. So we have the very latest information online, and then we'll have it again coming up in our 90 minutes of news tonight. So tune into that. But yeah, Bath Township Fire and Clinton County Sheriff's Department on the scene. They're very, very busy, and they're trying to determine if it's occupied or a shed or a garage or a pole barn, exactly how this fire started. What exactly is going into this, and as you can see, they are still on the scene, so it is still being investigated. But yes, we do have a crew there right now. As you can see, they are working with the camera there and showing us the very latest on that scene, again, in Bath Township. So you were taking a look at that. Again, more information online, WILX.com, and you can also tune in to our 90 minutes of news. This is on St. Clair Road between Price and Jason. So that is where that is. Again, Bath Township Fire, Clinton County Sheriffs, they are there on the scene, super busy with this. You can see all of that smoke and the firefighters on the scene right there, trying to figure out, again, how the fire started. So as they continue to work on the scene, we will get the latest information, again, bringing you that information on our 90 minutes of news. So that is what we have coming up. I do want to share what else our reporters have coming up today during our 90 minutes of news. So we are starting with Mars Anderson coming up on News 10 at 5. Mars.
Hi, Taylor. Mars Anderson on the MSU campus talking with an expert about clean and renewable energy. So we know that nuclear power could potentially be something that could power the world in the future. But how soon? Scientists in the UK have reached a new milestone, and we're going to talk all about that in our 90 minutes of news.
All right, interesting. Mars will have more again coming up News 10 at 5. We have Tanaya Jordan coming up News 10 at 5:30. Tanaya, looks like you're having fun.
Good afternoon, News 10 viewers. Governor Whitmer announced her proposed budget, and she's including a $50 million investment for after-school programs across the state. Find out what that means for working parents and their kids coming up today on News 10 at 5:30. For now, back to you guys. All
right, there she goes. She definitely had a lot of fun there. Again, Tanaya Jordan coming up News 10 at 5:30, and more into what people can expect. So that is what we have coming up. That looked like a lot of fun and great day to go outside on the playground. Again, Darren saw people at Adato Riverfront Park flying that kite. We were very excited about that on News 10 today at 11. So great day to get outside. It is a little breezy, but hey, when you have 50s in February, that's feeling great. And I will show you actually, going over here to WILX.com, clicking on First Alert Weather. If I click on the next 10 days, you're seeing, of course, today and tomorrow it is feeling great. Middle to high 50s. And then once we hit the weekend and going into next week, the second week of February, or the later part of the second week of February, you are seeing that we are just getting, well, back to the February temperatures. So it is going to feel more like February at the end of next week. So in the meantime, go ahead, enjoy the outdoors, and then of course you can always tune into our meteorologist for the latest updates. We actually have Andy Provenzano coming up for Studio 10 today, and First at 4, and our 90 minutes of news. So Andy and Darren were very, very busy today. Justin and Colton getting much needed days off, but you will see them return very shortly here. Colton will be back tomorrow One more time, that First Alert weather app, let me pull it up for you. If you do need your latest updates, which, hey, I mean, every single day, you're probably asking what the weather is. Go check it out, First Alert weather app. If you don't want to wait till the forecast or for our broadcast, you can always check it in between the broadcasts. But of course, tuning into the broadcast, you get the very latest information from our meteorologists is always a great thing to do. So again, make sure to go check that out right there. I will give a live look over US 127. Ooh, and the clouds looking very interesting right now. So there you go, a live look, US 127. It's a great day to get outside. Make sure to go out and enjoy that. That is looking so good. Again, feeling like April, so that springtime temperatures. Yeah, make sure to go outside and enjoy. One more thing that I do want to show, since on Mid-Michigan Matters today, we are talking about minority mental health. We're tying that into our You're Not Alone mental health series. Again, all year long here on News 10. Each month we have a different topic on mental health, talking about addiction, cyber mental health, talking about veteran mental health, and again this month speaking on minority mental health. We're going to be talking to those community members and also again those mental health professionals on ways that you can help improve your emotional well-being no matter what state of mentality you may be in. So again, that QR code on your screen, pull out your cell phone, go ahead and scan it, and you'll click on the link and it'll pull up a list of resources from across Mid-Michigan. Make sure to go check that out. And let me pull up one more thing for you here, since it is such a great day outside and these next couple of days you want to enjoy it before it gets colder again. I will show where you can find Studio 10. Because that is always a great place to go. I always like to look at Studio 10 when I'm brainstorming what to do for the weekend, if it's a nice day out, or if I just need some more ideas and inspiration for what's going on around the area. Let me pull it up for you at WILX Studio 10. You're going to their YouTube page, you're typing it in, and you're seeing their videos right here. But if you click on videos, that option, you just keep on scrolling. You could scroll and scroll. It would take you so long to do that. But that is where you can go if you want to learn more about Funny Girl, which is at the Wharton. Even talking about self-care and getting suited up for self-care. So self-care, also very important. You know, we have Valentine's Day next week, which is also why they have Why is Online Dating So Hard, Love, Strength, and Recovery. So many great things, Women in Sports Day, and even vegan Super Bowl snacks. So Studio 10 is getting you ready for Valentine's Day. They're getting you ready for the Super Bowl. They are just getting you ready for everything. And also talking about the Lansing Winterfest happening this Saturday throughout the whole month of February, each Saturday. Make sure to go check that out on Studio 10. Lots of fun today. Again, they're coming up at 3 o'clock in just over half an hour, followed by First at 4 and our 90 minutes of news. We hope you have a great rest of your Thursday, everyone. Make sure to go enjoy the outdoors. We'll see ya.